Hey everybody, one of the Billion Suns Battle Report. I'm back with the War Games Illustrated solo rules. We're using the beta solo rules campaign. And this is going to be a one table game with two contracts, one of which is unique to this mission pack called Fresh Fish. So it's going to be shipping and fresh fish are the two contracts available, and it's scale 6, meaning I have 84 credits available. I can spawn in some bigger ships and stuff. Here we are set up for mission 2 in the Billion Suns solo campaign. This is Fresh Fish. So we used the illegal experimental bait that we got away with the first game to go Kraken hunting. And our processing center here is in the center. It's a planetoid. One of our two contracts, of course, is to ship this stuff out. And the bait that we've put out here has lured in a whole bunch of space Kraken. It's a scale 6 game. There is 84 potential credits on the table here, which means I can spawn in up to 40 plus like credits for the ships to try and do this. So I'm trying to blow up the space Kraken. When I do, I leave a Kraken heart, and then utility ships can scan the Kraken heart to pull up their mass basically in hearts to the table. So I've also spent 2 credits to unlock the medium utility ship in my fleet list to try and grab these. So I'm trying to blow these guys up, grab their hearts, and then drop them off in the facility to be processed. For every heart I drop off, so once again I scan one of these, I gain tokens equal to the mass of the battle group that's scanning it. Then drop them off, I can deplete the card deck, which is the Hearts card deck. And that's an open deck that goes in descending order. So there's the diminishing returns here. But basically, if I can get 3 medium utility ships to scan a Kraken Heart, I'll gain 6 tokens. And those tokens will be able to then be dropped off for all 6 of these cards. And that would earn me basically half the revenue deck right there. Then it's shipping out after it's processed, obviously, which means getting utility ships onto the planetoid, scanning it, getting their mass in tokens, and then getting to a jump point to get away. 9 command tokens this game, as we are playing a scale 6 game to try and drop in. Once again, I'm using my modification to this. I don't know if it'll make it into War Games Illustrated or not, but basically the round spawns. So when the independent contractors show up to try and steal my stuff, that's going to be done with a D2 on turn 1, a D3 on turn 2, and a D6 on turn 3. 9 command tokens. I want to bring in at least 1 jump in point. I don't want to bring in more than 1 because it means that folks are gonna keep chasing me in every turn otherwise. I do want to spawn some battle groups. I got lots of cash this time, so I think I want to spawn all 4 of my battle groups. I can have up to 6 ships on the table. So that means I could have all 4 of these, but I kind of want them to be in 2 groups. 3 of them could grab the entire Kraken Heart deck. So I want at least that, and then I think I want a second utility ship by itself. And then I want 1, 2, 3 assault groups. So 6 into that. We'll seize the initiative for the rest of them, I think. Jump in. So we're going to go 1 to place a jump gate, and we're just going to make it simple. Stick it right here. Kraken will try and attack me, so that's terrible. Let's just start. I feel like moving the fleet in a circle around this and then like circling around to get them into the processing plant is probably a good idea. So spawn number 2, we're just going to bring on groups of 2, I think, maybe? Well, we'll start with the important stuff. We'll see who's chasing us. So we're going to bring on a group of 3 medium utility ships. My job is literally just to circle this planetoid, grabbing supplies until I blow up a Kraken Heart. It's going to cost me 6, so I'm going to go into the negative, deficit of 6. And who chases them in? So it's D2 plus their mass of 2, so up to 4. So 4, so that's going to be 3 fighters. So 3, 1 plus mass fighters actually. So it's 1 plus their mass is going to be 2, so 3 stands of fighters. There are 7 objective points on the table, so I'll reroll 8s here. Well, of course. How many 8s can I roll? 7. So clockwise around to here. It's going to be on this one. It'll be 3 stands of fighters. Their mass 0, so they're just going to be hanging out right in their grill. Get some more utility ships going, and that'll be 3 more light utility or 1 more medium utility. I feel like the 3 light utility is probably a better bet, because they're more survivable technically. Face the other way, and their job's going to be to grab stuff and head back in. So where do they arrive? On 6, so it'll be this one, and it's going to be mass +1, so it's going to be D2 +1, so 2, so it's going to be D3 light utility vehicles. 2. That places me in 9 deficit now, and I'm capped out for utility vehicles. I can only have 6, the scale of the game, in utility ships on the table. Well, now we need to go start hunting some Kraken, and that means, I guess we need to spawn in some gunships first. Kraken are pretty tough. This one, each one is going to be mass 2. They move 9 inches per turn, with silhouette of 6, because it's scale 6 game. Their shields will be 3 or less, and then they have mouth parts that do 3 damage, and that's going to be scale divided by 2 d10s, so it's going to be 3d10, and then 6d6 tentacle shots that are auxiliary. They're pretty horrifying. I gotta do 6 damage to kill one, and that means lining up a pretty, but I only need to kill one basically, but then they're gonna keep attacking me. So they might attack the independent contractors as well, which I could actually use to my advantage. So I feel like getting my murder on, probably, because these two will come after these guys if I'm lucky, although they'll end up flying towards them as well and maybe getting eaten. So I feel like bringing on a big fat unit of gunships, so 4 gunships, -21, and this feels crazy, but we're playing a much bigger game now. And I'm going to drop them, I think they can be 6 away, so over here. Because I want them to engage this one. Maybe 5 away, sorry. Be deploying in 3D space. Dun, dun, dun. Worry about jump shot, because obviously these medium utilities have a higher mass. And so I actually gained some shields from them as well, which is sweet. So where does my independent contractors follow me to? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. And it's going to be D2 plus mass 1, so that's going to be 3. Stands of fighters. It's actually 2 stands of fighters, so I'm just going to put in a bonus chit to make sure that we know there's one more. And I brought in 21. I feel like just to secure victory here, I'm going to bring in my corvettes in groups of 2. So the first one cost me 10. Take me to 31. We'll deploy them here. I just want to go Kraken hunting with these guys now, I think. Who follows them in? 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, +1, so that's going to be, again, a 2. 3 light utility vehicles, 3 utility vehicles. Going to 41, we'll bring in the other 2 corvettes, and over here, a jump shock of my light utilities, and then 7, so on to this one again. What arrives? It's D3 more light utility vehicles, just 1. Just like I putt-putts over here. Gonna get the Kraken hearts. All right, so the contractors are placed and we're finished jumping in. Tactical, so I've got 3 groups that can go first. Krakens go at the end of the tactical phase, and I want to blow some of these guys up. So I think we start with this unit of gunships, and we'll give them an engage. Out 6 to here, and I made sure they're all placed within 12. Their engage order. They are gonna get shot on the way in. Joke either, it's 6d6 shots. And the scale of my gunships is a 5. So crit, and everything else hits. That's going to be 8 hits. 2 damage for all power to the shields, and that means we save on 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Oh my god, 1 damage goes through. We survived. Wasn't too bad, but that guy might explode. Another damage for all power to the weapon systems, and that means we're -1 of these rolls. Now we've got, it's going to be our primary weapon systems we do that on, which would be 12 shots. 2 and 2 actually. So the primaries will do the all power to the weapons on. Now we can re-roll all of these, thankfully. Oh my god, look at all those duds. And these are -1. So they all hit, and that's 3 crits, which means, because they're hitting at their scale 6 right now. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here's 11 dice. Saving on 1 to 3 though, because these Space Kraken are super terrifying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage it takes. And then 8 shots with the auxiliary weapons. These are not -1, but they are rerollable. And that's going to be, oh my god, so it's taking 5 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 more saves. Here's the first 11. It dies. So we replace it with a Kraken heart. Womp womp. And it's our second go first, and we'll let the utility vehicles, I think, go last. We'll go with corvettes. These corvettes are going to go, and they're going to engage over here. So pivot. And then they get to move 10, because they're corvettes. They're crazy fast. but we don't need to move all 10. We just move to here. Moving over 5. I want when these other ships come to us to hopefully be able to fire auxiliary weapons. Damage to go rogue for all power of the weapon systems on our primaries. That's 8d6 into that squadron. And these are hitting on scale 4 or less and -1 of the rolls. So I'll reroll all of those. Much better, so that everything's a hit, and that's all criticals. So 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 saves, 1 shield on those guys. They don't pass any, so 12 damage wipes them out. Auxiliaries don't get to fire because we did better than we thought we were going to. Last sees the initiatives. I feel like I need to take out these fighters because they're actually way more dangerous than the utility ships are. So we're going to engage them. We're still pivoting less than 90. Just coming up to hug these guys and be inside their shields, which is nice. Blast us. First, though, 9 shots. 6 because we're Corvettes, and we have heavy frames, so that's a dud. And then it's 8 hits. Can't Mother's Wing because those guys aren't bigger than us. The medium utilities are the same size. So that's going to be Corvettes have a shield of 2. And sorry, we took a damage and went rogue. Oh, we didn't actually take a damage to go rogue. We'll take a damage to go all power to the shields. And that means we save on 1 to 3 here. But we take another 6, and that'll blow him up and put a damage on there. That wasn't what we wanted. We wanted to at least survive with both ships. So now we fire our 6 shots. We won't go rogue to shoot. We'll just fire. Rogue to shoot, we might as well, actually. We'll go rogue to all power to the weapon systems. Everybody's in primary arc, but we're just doing the turbo blasters. And we can re-roll. I definitely want to re-roll these just to fish for crits. And we miss with that, but hit with these 2. This one I'll re-roll, and it hits. So that's going to be crit. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it kills 2 stands. Our last sees the initiative. So it is over to the independent contractors. We'll start with these fighters over here. They move towards an objective on the table. Same number of objectives still. So 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to go over here. Getting in front of these guys. Just trying to stay exactly within 3. Double move. And then spin around. They will take some shots. Damage on these Corvettes to all power to the weapon systems. So might as well. So 4 shots for my auxiliaries. I can't re-roll them, but that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. Crit, so 3 damage. We'll kill 1. Blast me with 3 shots. Hit on 6 or less against my Corvettes. Crit, and then 2 more. So that's going to be 4 damage. Shields 1 or 2. Pass 1, take 3. I'm almost destroyed. Fighter wing is going to go towards 1, so right towards the planetoid. It tries to go exactly 3 inches away, and that's going to shoot my medium utilities. Trigger his reaction fire, though, so 2 dice. Do I want to all power to try and destroy them? Yes. See if I can blow them up. Nope, but it's 1 hit, so just take a damage. And they blast my medium utilities on 6s. Well, still duds though. So 1 damage. Shields are 1 to 3. They're fine. This light utility is going to head towards 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So it's going to double move 8. And then pivot to face the closest and also attack him. To do some passive fire from that Corvette though. And crit and hit once. So 3 saves on 1s. Fail them all. He might actually blow himself up with his own weapon systems now. He'll shoot these guys. He's got 1 die. Don't dud it. He does. He blows himself up. Kaboom. These light utilities. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They just head over to here. But they're at a range to shoot. And that's everybody. My remaining tactical phase stuff, I can move and then blow stuff up. So I'm going to actually go a full thrust. So move twice. Vector. These medium utility ships can go 4 inches, which means they can move 8, which is what I want, because that'll put them within 3. I get to scan that Kraken heart and gain 6 Kraken heart tokens. So next turn I can score that whole deck as long as they survive. Really, I should have loaded them up to ship, which is what I'm going to do. So they're going to move their 4 over to here. And they're going to load up a supply token. They're going to start processing stuff out and gain 3. Draw 1, which I could score. 2, I can't score that one. 3. So these are 2 I can definitely score using that battle group. I realized my jump point needed to be 10 inches away from them. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. I forgot my jump point needs to be 10 inches away from the planetoid, which isn't a huge deal. Everybody could have basically been where they were. If I put it, actually I'll put it over this way, because then everyone could have, these guys move so fast, it doesn't really matter. I could have still jumped where I needed to jump. And that should be fine. And everyone could have still ended up where they ended up. Yo. Yeah, they make that on purpose so that you can't just drop things off the way I just did. Which would have actually put them 5 inches away here, which means they would have moved 4 to here. So the battle group would actually be going this way when they jumped it off. Makes no difference as long as they're within 15. Yep, they're fine because they can move 10. He's totally fine because he would have deployed 5 and moved 10. These guys needed to be within... what is it? 8. So they can deploy 4 away and then move 8. So they need to be within 12. So you're 8 and then 4 more to the middle of that guy. He need to be back slightly. And then the gunships can move 12, so they're fine. Oh, things you forget. Not a huge deal. And so let's get on to end phase now. We're in around. Oh, sorry, these guys get to go. Oh no, they did already, but they couldn't shoot anybody. So now it's the Krakens. This guy moves. Oh, and they actually target the ships with the highest cost within 12, which means he's going to come after my Corvette and move 9. Whoop, 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 whoop. To passive attack him at least. 2d6. He's scale 6 and hit him twice. Shields of 1 to 3. Fails twice, takes 2 damage. Not the worst, but he's just kind of beat up. Then he attacks me with his insane weapons. D10 mouth part attacks. So 2 hits. I'm going to have to all power to the shield to try and survive this, because one of these will kill me. So... 2, I guess, and then he's also got his tentacles, which are 6d6 attacks. So I've taken 2 from the d10s, and then all those are duds. 4 hits from the d6s. If I save, I've taken 2 damage to all power to the shield, so 1 to 4, I pass. Pass, fail. I thought it'd kill me by itself. Fail, fail. Yeah, I'm dead. Of course, do 3 damage. So if any of those got through, I was toast. The most parts I make on d6s, actually. Fail. Fail. Didn't matter. Saves are on d6s, not on the dice you rolled. Alright, then this one does the same thing and moves 9 towards me. And hit 3 times, saving all but 1. Takes 1 damage. Then I get 3d10 plus 66 attacks again. Hit on 6s. Miss. Everything else hit. And then that means these are for the 2 here will be for the, actually we'll do the other way around. Those 2 will be for the mouth parts. We'll go like that. So, and then add in 2 more. So this many saves. I couldn't take any more damage to all part of the shields. So I take 1, 2 that I save, it's 3 that I saved, but that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. I'm exploded. Exactly enough to kill them both. Well, this one's actually going to go after these guys, because they're the closest within 12. So it moves over here. They can't get fired at, so we'll just do some dice. They don't have any shields. If the d10s land, it's bad. If 1 d10 lands, that kills a stand. And then these 3 also land and kill the other stand. There's only 1 stand, doesn't matter. This one just goes after the closest, because it can't go after the closest within 12, so it goes 9 towards the gunships, and then can't attack, because it's not within 3. This one goes towards the big cruisers, so it's going to go 9, because they're the most expensive, actually. Actually, they're not. The gunships are the most expensive. And so it targets the gunships, which is hilarious, because there were 3 versus the 2 of the utility ships. And it's got its D10 plus 66. And the gunships are hit on 4s. For the gunships. So miss, 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 miss. If I take any damage, one of them dies. If I don't do this, many more of them will die. So I think what I do is I go rogue, I blow up one on purpose, and take 2 to the shields. So 4 saves. The 2 green ones will be for the mouth parts. These will be on 1 to 3s now. Oh my god, didn't matter. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5 more damage. So I have 6 on there, so 11 damage total, which will kill 2 of them and leave 1 damage behind. Shot them on the way in, though. That would have been gunships. Oh, that's not bad. See how I do on 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 saves. I just kill him. No, but I did do 4. Ooh, and those duds would have killed him, actually. Yeah, because he rolled like 3 duds there. So that would have killed him. As he basically bleeds out in space. A pile of duds. But he beat me up as well. That means another Kraken art there. Sweet. Kraken art super matters right now because I'm about to go drop all this stuff off on round 2. Round 2. So 1 jump gate's D3 plus the round number now. So 5. Battle group of turn in this case, plus 1 gunships. So 3 gunships arrive on objective 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would be you. You're right behind these utility vehicles. Preventing contractors. All right, so let's assign some command tokens and then you turn. I've lost all my Corvettes. I have nothing but utility vehicles and gunships left, and I'm 41 in the hole. But I can move the jump gate. I can seize the initiative with both my utility ships and my gunships. I could jump in 1 more unit. And bring back all the Corvettes, maybe? No. I can earn 22 plus 6 revenue this turn. So I can earn 28 revenue. Sorry, 42 plus 6 revenue. So I can earn 48 revenue right now, and I'm at 41. So I can go in the positive. I could bring in 1 something. Or I could just bring in more utility ships. That's how we do it. So we want to go tactical a lot. We're going to move the jump gate. We're going to jump in. And we're going to try and stay alive. That's it. I think that's all we do. So we got some gunships on the table. Yeah, let's go. So first things first, spin a jump point. We're going to move the jump gate. Over to here. It's at a 10. So we have to move it to like here. We're actually safe from the Krakens because they're more expensive right now as long as they stay nearby. We're going to jump in. Do I want to spend a little bit of money on a Corvette? Go to 46, negative 46. Yeah, let's do it. And that way we're at positive 1. And he's just going to come in way back here. Back. And we're in initiative. So who's going to go first is going to be, I think, well, obviously this one. So first is going to be these medium utilities. And they're just going to spin around and go 4. Like so. Like so, and we're actually going to give them the vector order. And then they can move again and just keep on spinning around this towards the other jump gate. Drop off all 6 of these Kraken hearts to get processed. Throw me everything in here. So 6, 11, 15, 18, 21, which means 42. And that'll put me at negative 4 now. Initiative again. We're going to go with these light utilities. They're going to get a vector as well. And go 8. So they can drop supplies off at the jump point. And dropping off 3 tokens means I can score the 3 card. Give me 6, and I'll go to positive 2. We're in profit. I think the gunships run and get a red alert order. They're going to go, they're 6, going this way. Like that. Just so that they can remove that damage point. I want other people to be closer. And I'm going to let my Corvettes sit. So here go the contractors. So starting with, how many objectives left on the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll D6 for it now, starting with the planetoid. We'll do the fighters first. 1, they just move to the nearest stuffs. So they're going to go over here, exactly 3 inches away. And then shoot my medium utilities. I think they triggered this Kraken. They sure do. Suffer 66 passive attacks, because Krakens are horrifying. They get obliterated by the Kraken on the way in. For saving me, Mr. Kraken, you're the best. Then these guys will go towards 2, so 1, 2. So they're going to try and be 3 inches away from it. Moving twice means they go 4 actually, because they're late utilities. 4, and then 4 again, and they pivot to face. They didn't get shot this time though. Here should be the gunships. They'd pivot to face that way. And then it's gunships. 3, so 1, 2, 3 would be him. So we're gonna go 12, so 6 and then 6 again, and they will shoot into these guys, but they'll get attacked by the Kraken as well. 66 shots from that Kraken. That will be 4 or 5 hits. So scale 4. 1. They save 1, and one of them gets blown up. Oh, using the Kraken for shields. All right, so medium utility ships get shot at now. I have no way of stopping this. So I'll spend a tactical board. I'll just see what I hit first and then up my shields. Power to the shields. So the gunships get 8 shots. 6 on my medium utilities. Oh man, so crit, and that's gonna be 4 plus 6 is 10. Shields up. I have 3 shields on medium utility, so duds fail anyway. 2 more to make these happen on anything but a 6. We save all but 1. Take a damage. And then the Krakens go towards the most expensive thing. So these 2 are going towards my Corvette. And that was the whole plan, was just to create a, what's the term? A distraction Carnifex. But I get to shoot on the way in. Power to the weapons, do I want to do that? I mean, I'm hitting on 6s anyway. Yeah, why not? I could just power the shields instead. I'll power the shields. But I crit it anyway, 4 hits. Save on 1s to 3. 1 dud, so it takes the damage. Not enough to make it blow itself up though. It attacks, so 6d6 from tentacles, and then 3d10 from the mouth. On 6s, because I'm huge. Miss. Oh no, that crit. So 3 hits from the big thing, and then everything else hit with 2 crits. So 8. And I will all power the shields twice to make my shields be on 4 or less. And I'll take a damage. I'll go rogue. In the base, 6 is only to fail. I take a damage, so I go to 2 damage. And then for the mouth parts, of which I got hit 3 times, 6s fail. I'm good. I get to shoot at 2 shots. 1 hit. Does it save? It does not. Takes the damage. I'm not checking for explosions. That guy did not explode. 2 little gunships. One of them did explode. D6 hit to its front. It missed. All right, so 6d6 and 3d8. Or 3d10, sorry. From this Kraken into the Corvette. Dud misses. I am scale 6 because I'm reinforced. So 2 mouth part hits, and then 5 regular saves. Just to stay alive, all power to the shields. 6s fail, but 1 failure and I'm dead. I'm dead. Kablam. It's worth a try. Explode on a 1? No. But I do explode. Both these guys take 2 attacks. This guy, oh, takes a hit and a crit. 3 saves. Fails 2 of them. So he's got 4 damage on him now. And then this fella gets hit once and fails to save. I'm fighting. And then the most expensive within 12 for him now is going to be these gunships, which is sweet. So he'll head over here. He'll get passive attacked 4 times. On 6s, so dud, but then 1 extra from the crit. Saves. Fails 1, so he is at half health now, which means he might blow himself up. Duds do a point of damage onto him now because he is at half health. So he does 3 damage and kills himself. He also hits a bunch of times. He hits with 1 mouth part attack and then a critical on that die. So the mouth part save, duds, and the other ones, 1 passes. So 6 damage will kill both gunships. So everybody dies. Let's check for explosions. Gunships? No. The Kraken? No. The Kraken are behind though. That means these guys are going to chase my gunships now. I was really hoping they wouldn't, but I think he's not quite in range. He's not within 3, so he just flies over there and chases them. All right, round 3. We need to get some shipping done. What do we want to do here? So we really want these guys to die, and we need you to do the shipping contract. Because you can pull up 6, which means we could score both our remaining cards for another 12. This conceivably could kill the Kraken. 3d6 shots. We could kill one of them for sure. Let's see how we do. We're going to make him chase us at the very least. So you, Mr. Medium Utility, need to go first. So that means 1 to seize. The utilities need to go first, so 2 to seize. I don't want to spawn anybody else in, because I'm in positive right now. And that means... do I want to move the jump point? We do want to move the jump point. And everything else in tactical, the gunships could go first too. So all the battle groups want to go first, these in tactical, and move the jump point. Who spawns in? It's D6 now for start of turn. That's going to be a 8. That means it's going to be turn number 3 frigates. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objectives still on the table. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to spawn over here. So mass in frigates. So they will be as close as they can to me while staying within 4 of that. Hello. News is the Krakens are going to beeline after those guys. Probably ignore the rest of my stuff. So jump phase for my one thing. We're going to move the jump point. I want it over here. So 2 more away just so that these utility ships can get to it next turn. I think that's just it. I think we just let the Krakens go ham. It's first things first. Let's go with you guys. I want you chasing... Actually, do I even want them to go first? No, you know what? I think I want to keep basically everything going last. Just want the gunships going first. Yeah, I just want the gunships going first. They're going to go first. And they're just going to haul ass for Mexico. They're going to go 12. Yeah, I think that's what they do. I think we actually... I think maybe we move the jump point as well. I can put the jump point over here, which means they could jump out. Or I can just run them away. I want these guys to be the closest guys to everybody. Which means I think we just run. Yeah, we'll vector. What the heck. If we die, we die. He'll be closest. I'm going to go here. 1 for the high G maneuver. 1 for all power to the guns. And they're just going to blast. No auxiliary weapons on light vehicles, so we just get to shoot. Green ones will be -1. Rerolling everything. So rerolling these and that to get more crits. That's a dud. But then we get 8, 11 hits. On 1s for light utility vehicles. 1. So 10 damage. Just wipes them out. Gunships. You did it. That's 4 spent, 1 to seize the initiative, 2 for tacticals, and 1 to move the jump gate. And we're going to have the rest of them be in tactical. So we're going to let everybody else go now. Wise, that's just this massive unit of frigates. So what objective did they move towards twice? 7. Oh, wait, it's D6 this time. It's 3. So 1, 2, 3. So they just move over here. And try and stay within 3 of it. And then they spin around and shoot my gunships. Perfect. They get blasting. And that means 1,000,000 shots. My gunships do get to fire. Shots going in. We'll save these for shields. We'll make 1 of these good. All power to weapons. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6 damage. On a 4 or less. But take 2. They explode me. Turbo blasters. They're going to have 12d6 shots. Hitting on my mass of 5 or less. Rather, of 5 or less. 5 or less. Dud, 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 dud. If I'd done 1 more damage there, that would have blown a ship up. But I get crit 1, so 2, 5, 9. Let's just, the shields. Try and live. We do. We suck it all up. That's no damage, because, oh no, wait, 1 damage from the 6 it failed. All right, my remaining stuff then. So we're going to go a vector order on these medium utilities. They just need to have 1 ship stay within 3 to load up. And then these guys want to just get away. And they will load up 6 tokens. So draw the second last card. These guys are going to do much the same. Heading this way. They're going to get obliterated by these Krakens, though, if I'm not careful. Actually, the Krakens might not be able to chase them. They're going to go 8, and they're going to load up 3. Draw another card. Kraken o'clock, so this one's going to head over here. Hello. It's going to get fired on. No joke amount of passive attacks, so that misses. And then there's 3 criticals. So 3 criticals and 1 miss adds up from 12 to 14. 14 saves, 1 to 3. It's going to fail them all, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Does it explode? It does. Scale 2 attack against everybody in range, which is just going to be these 2 actually, just this ship, I think. It gets hit once. Does it make it save? It does not. It's a frigate. Oh, no, it does for a frigate. So he's destroyed. Another Kraken hook gets left behind. And these ones just head over 9, but they're not within 3 of anybody. So I'm safe. What a turn. Okay, turn 4. It's time to get the ship out. I should actually have 12 and 1 more card of these on me, because I could drop off the Kraken hearts and pick up stuff at the same time. So I actually have 12 of these shipping container tokens on me right now. D6 plus 4, 6, 5 gunships appear on 6, which is going to be this guy right here. Up right next to me. All right, well, that means I need to put some stuff down. I'm not jumping anybody in. I just need to seize 3 times. Everything else can go into shields later on, so I'll have 6 in tactical. Okay, time to go. We are just gonna, I think, start the moving. Yeah, we're not doing any jumps, so first seizing initiative. These Goombas are gonna go and do a vector to move twice, and they're gonna jump out with all their cargo. They have 12 cargo tokens on them. That means I could score this, this, and this. But what I actually want to do is keep that back. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I've only got 3 on the other shipping group, so that's all I can do. That 12 will turn into positive 24 now. Sorry, positive 24, yep, so 26 total. In credits, second initiative to score another 4, take me to 30. These guys will vector over and jump out as well. Only spent 1 turn next to the planetoid. The gunships will just peace out and go vector 6 more, and they're in scanning range. And that means my margin of success is 30 divided by a potential 84 in revenue for this one, 35.7%. Resounding success. I get 6 capital plus the bonuses for this mission. So if I gain less than 10 credits from shipping, note that you didn't make the quota. If I gain 20 or more credits from shipping, I gain a capital. So I gained 24 plus 6, so I gained a total of, I got more than 20, so I get extra capital. So I get 7 capital. If you send 6 Kraken cards to processing, gain 3 capital to spend on competitive advantages. 12 capital total in the bank now, plus 3 for just competitive advantages. I screwed up my power to the shields, so I actually, those gunships are dead. It didn't matter actually for the purpose of the game, but they should have died because they can only add up to their mass in command tokens. But I'm going to spend my free thing to actually allow me to be mass plus 1. Now the Corvettes could bring themselves to a 4 or less because they have 2 shields and they could spend 2 command tokens to do that. So the Corvettes actually were okay when I did that because they could have gone to, and actually in the future they will be able to spend up to 3 command tokens to do it because I'm going to take that corporate advantage now, which is going to be power to the shields. What is it? Improved point, not improved point events. Highly reactive shield capacitors, level 1 endurance. So that'll be 1. I've got 2 more to spend. I'll take stand firm as my other one. When targeting a battle group that currently has this battle group as its engaged target, they can reroll misses. So basically my auxiliary weapons, when I'm firing passive fire, are going to get to reroll. Option is heavy UTE shields, which means these guys would have a shield value of 4, and they'd have a shield value of 2. That's actually really tempting. Last but not least, I'm going to spend 12 more of my capital to bring in my destroyer. So you're at the end of the game, managing to end in profit yet again, earning some capital, unlocking another ship, and overall managing to fulfill my whaling contract and get some fresh fish. So we're on to the 3rd and final mission for this solo campaign, in which, of course, the Kraken go crazy. The bait is working too well, and like all dealing with like xenomorphs, it all goes horribly wrong, and we got to fight our way out. So we'll see you for that one in 2 weeks. Till then, Ash. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.